If I told you, me quedan $5, quedamos mañana, and esa camisa te queda bien, all use the same verb, would you guess that these sentences have completely different meanings? If there's one Spanish verb that completely changes its meaning depending on the situation, it's quedar. When I first learned about quedar through Duolingo, I thought that it just meant to stay. Then I would start hearing different sentences like quedamos a las 6, me quedan $5, la camisa te queda bien. And I started to realize this looks like quedar, but none of this means to stay. Since I've been there and I know that this verb is confusing, I've been trying to focus on it more recently, and in this video, I'm going to show you 4 of the main meanings for quedar and how they are used. So the first main meaning for quedar that I will cover is probably the most literal, and it means to remain or to have left. For example, me queda café. I have coffee left. Me queda café. Another example is when you want to say you have some amount of something remaining. So, for example, solo quedan dos entradas. There are only 2 tickets left. Solo quedan dos entradas. So in English, we usually say, I have so-and-so remaining or left. But in Spanish, it's literally translated to be, I have this many of this remaining to me. So instead of saying, I have $5 left, in Spanish you say, me quedan $5. I have $5 remaining to me, essentially. This is one of the most common uses of quedar. Another incredibly common use for quedar is to mean to meet up or make plans. When people are making plans to see each other, they use quedar. So, for example, from the intro of the video, quedamos mañana, shall we meet tomorrow? Quedamos mañana. Quedé con mis amigos. I met up with my friends. Quedé con mis amigos. And one more, hemos quedado para cenar. We've made plans to have dinner. Hemos quedado para cenar. One more, which is in a question form that you might hear often, is a qué hora quedamos? What time are we meeting? If you're listening to Spanish speakers, you'll hear this form used all the time, so it's important that you know it and are aware of its meaning. So this next one I found a little bit confusing for a long time, and that meaning for quedar is to look or to fit on someone. So when you're talking about clothes, hairstyles, glasses, even colors, quedar can be used to say these look good on someone or suit them. So again, bringing back one from the intro of the video, esa camisa te queda bien. That shirt looks good on you. Esa camisa te queda bien. Another one, el azul te queda muy bien. Blue looks really good on you. El azul te queda muy bien. One little detail here is it's not really just saying the shirt fits you, it's saying the shirt suits you. The color blue suits you, not just size or fit or things like that. It's a little bit more meaningful than it fits you. So this is one that Spanish speaking people will use all the time when shopping or when expressing their opinion on how something fits somebody. Another important meaning for quedar is to end up or to become. So basically, this one will be used when you want to talk about the result of something. You can think of it as a response to how did something turn out. So, for example, maybe you just cooked a nice dinner and you finished it, and you can say, la comida quedó deliciosa. The food turned out delicious. La comida quedó deliciosa. La foto quedó increíble. The photo turned out incredible. La foto quedó increíble. Another one using the same past tense form, todo quedó perfecto. Everything turned out great. Todo quedó perfecto. Those are 4 of the main meanings for quedar that I wanted to cover, but I do want to quickly cover, we'll call it a bonus one, and that is the one that a lot of people learn for their first meaning of quedar, which is to stay. This is still obviously a common use for the verb quedar. So some examples, me quedo en casa. I'm staying at home. Ella se queda en casa. She is staying at home. Nos quedamos en un hotel. We are staying at a hotel. Nos quedamos en un hotel. An important distinction to make is the difference between quedamos and nos quedamos. If you say quedamos a las 6, that means we'll meet at 6. Whereas if you say nos quedamos en un hotel, that means we are staying at a hotel. So it's an important difference there. So to recap, the 4 different meanings of quedar that you should remember are to remain, to meet up, to suit or to fit, and to turn out or end up. Once you become familiar and practice with these, you'll suddenly really understand the usefulness of the verb quedar and understand all the different ways that Spanish speakers use it. So instead of trying to memorize the English translation of the verb quedar, try to remember the different situations where it's used and use those contextual clues to understand the meaning. That's how Spanish speakers do it, so that's what you should try to do too. Let me know if this video was helpful and if there's a similar verb that you'd like me to cover.